What do you think, talking about your life, not about your acting stuff, what do you think your life gonna look like in about next 5 years time, another 5 years time? Okay, let's stick with the first 5 years time.
5 years time. Yeah.
From now.
I'm going to be. I very rarely get asked that question, so thank you. But I would probably still be alive. That's the joke answer.
Yeah, I would have been
I'm
surprised.
hoping to still be alive.
I would have been surprised. Like,
That's
in 5 years, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm just gonna die in 3 years. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to call it in 2 years time. But no, see, on a serious note, I mean, I've growing in some way, you know, just doing something different, changing the lifestyle a little bit. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a profession. It doesn't have to be further my career. It can be something like a move of some kind.
No, that's, by the way, yeah. Tell us about where do you work?
I work in hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of protecting myself, I'm not going to say too much. Yeah. But I work in hospitality. So
how many years?
If you think about it, most of my life in different jobs.
No.
And that's probably the one thing I've stuck at. Like, so I've done 5 years in one job, or a few years in another. Yeah. Or it's never been. There have been jobs I've tried that and not worked, and I've gone home in a few weeks. But
so if you from the prospects of you're saying to move on, where do you want to move on? Where could you possibly move on? At least forget about the acting at the moment. I'm talking about if you stick with the normal everyday job. Where would you want to go?
I would probably what job-wise or I mean, I've got it pretty good at the moment. That's a tough one. I've got the balance. I want to go somewhere with the balance. That's the first thing. So I've got pretty good balance at the moment.
Would you choose to work less? Now, let's say you're working how many? 5 days a week?
No, I'm working 3-4 days a week.
Oh, that's nice. Woo!
There we are. So no need to rush.
Yeah, that's nice then.